Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another interesting knife review / knife overview to share with you guys. This is the new CIVIVI bow, designed by Brad Zinker. Thank you very much to CIVIVI for sending this in for review. And thanks so much to my generous patrons who are supporting me right now. There's a link for Patreon right down below, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. This should be available, so I will link it right down in the description, and you guys can check it out if you'd like to. Let's go ahead and measure it. Overall length of the CIVIVI bow coming in at 6.5 inches overall. Blade length, definitely under 3 inches. So if you live in an area with a 3-inch blade law, this is great. You can carry this. The cutting edge is coming in at about 2.75 inches overall. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons up against the Ontario Rat Model 1 and the Ontario Rat Model 2. I think it's worth noting this is, I don't want to say significantly smaller. It's smaller than the Rat 2, right? So use that as a reference point if you own the Rat 2. How about up against the Spyderco PM2? And Para 3, obviously use any of these as a reference point if you own them. Definitely smaller than both, no question there. And last but not least, let's put it up against the Benchmade Griptilian, or in this case, the Ritter Hogue and the Benchmade Bug Out. Once again, significantly sound like the the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. Smaller than both. Let's go ahead and do. Gosh, my dialogue today. Thickness up against the Spyderco Para 3. You can see here it's actually, I would say, massively thinner. It's thinner than the Spyderco Para 3. Length and height up against the PM2 and Para 3. This is where it shines. Profile, this isn't going to be a difficult knife to carry. It's very small. Should be very, very easy to carry. Much shorter, nowhere near as tall. Smaller knife. Let's go ahead and do a measurement of blade stock thickness. I'm gonna guess that's something like 80 thousandths, but I'm usually wrong here, so let's let the device do it. Okay, not too far off, 96 thousandths. Definitely a thin blade. What do we have for materials here? We have blue, some marble blue and black carbon fiber. Steel liners that have been, I believe, milled out on the inside. Let's take a look, yeah. Some milling in there, cool. And what's the blade steel? Nitro V. So I'm sure you guys will be happy with that, especially considering what this costs. Let's go ahead and weigh it. This thing, there's no way it weighs more than 2 ounces. Maybe a little bit more, but let's find out. Ah, yeah. 1.98 ounces. Yeah. It's a 2 ounce object, but the mini bug out weighs a little bit less. Okay. It weighs less than 3 ounces, so it's ultra lightweight on this channel. Easy to carry. This is a small, compact object. It's also going to be legal in a lot more places. So honestly, even if you like to wear athletic shorts, you're probably going to be just fine. As long as you like to wear pants, this knife should work just fine for you. Let's go ahead and let's do a hardware check. Get out my tools. As per usual, my tools are very inexpensive and very recommendable. You can find them right down in the description where it says my tools. Yeah, T8 right there. And then do we even have T8 for this small knife? T8 on the, yeah, okay, the hardware screws. Everything but the pocket clip screws, which are going to be T6, but that's fine. Liner lock construction should not be difficult to take apart. So there you go. Did we miss anything? No. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about this knife. So, lo and behold, another CIVIVI knife that is pretty straightforward, right? This knife is so straightforward. It's kind of, sometimes when knives are so boring, especially when we're looking at CIVIVI, sometimes I am a little harsh and I critique them really harsh because I'm like, come on, do something different, CIVIVI. And then I see stuff like this and I'm like, yeah, this is the kind of stuff that CIVIVI does really well, you know? Obviously, if you're not looking for a little knife, then this isn't going to work for you. But somebody who does work in an office, if your office is friendly with the idea of pocket tools, or if you're going to church, or you're going somewhere where you just don't need a gigantic knife, right? Something small and compact, non-threatening, and just a little bit fancy, right? But you don't want to break the bank. that's who this is aimed at, and I think they've done it well. These scales are nicely contoured. They're also nicely chamfered at the edges. So it's just kind of a little. It's nice to the touch, right? I mean, I don't know if that's the right word. It feels exactly like you'd expect it to feel. It feels like a small, lightweight, fancy object, right? Now, ergonomically, though, there's nothing really here that shines because it's a handle that is small and you're kind of cramped in behind this this flipper tab here. I don't know. It's one of those knives where I'm like, whoa, I wish it had another means of deployment, right? Like a front flipper or a thumb stud. They've got a million of those too, right? CIVIVI has made a bajillion non-flipper thumb stud openers or front flippers in combination with either of those two opening mechanisms, and flippers that don't have either of those opening mechanisms, right? So whatever. If you don't like this, there's a million other ones that CIVIVI does, let alone all the other ones that are out there, right? The flipper tab works nicely though. It's not sharp. Pull down on it and it's gonna flip. It's also nice and smooth. I guess it's not really a double clutch, and you can sort of shake that. It's exactly what you'd expect it to be, right? It's really easy to engage and disengage. This isn't a knife that's gonna be ultra comfortable to hang on to in this grip, but truthfully, I don't know how much I wanna critique it there, because how often am I gonna need to hammer grip this thing as if I'm prepared to, you know, drive the blade into some dense piece of wood? Probably not. This is probably a knife I'm going to hold like this or like this, right? It's just going to be oh, you need your, you know, your letter opened. You need your bag of pistachios opened, or you need some little tiny, you get it out once for the occasion and make a quick cut and then put it away because nobody needs to fuss about it, right? So for that, it's fine. I want to kind of be fair here. Something that I love that they did is they actually cut this out, right? To companies who want to, you know, still have the nice aesthetic of these straight lines, right? And you're like, oh, we can't make that cutout right there because it'll ruin the lines, right? No, look, they did it here. They cut it out just a little bit so that you could engage that liner from the side instead of having to dig your finger straight into it and push it over. Benchmade Tengu. Sorry. It's weird that my cough sounded like a specific knife that has that exact problem and is also small, right? But that is the case here. They did that and it's nice and I appreciate it. It looks like the liners are shadow boxed, but they're not really. It's just kind of they're like rounded into each other. So at different angles, the liners are highlighted, but everything looks good. The blade is fully flat ground, Nitro V, nothing special for edge retention, but it's pretty tough. And honestly, I can't remember if Nitro V is stainless or not, but it seems to be a pretty preferable steel. And if we're comparing it to the other steels that are readily available in this price range, and by this price range, I mean $50 to $100, it's perfectly acceptable. This comes down to a razor thin cutting edge. This is definitely a slicer. A lot of times I'm like, it's no Opinel. This will give the Opinel a run for its money. Definitely. The way that that's ground, right? We're not looking at anything in terms of robustness when we're talking about the tip. So obviously don't do stupid things with this knife and you should be just fine. If you're using it for cutting tasks, it will cut and it will sharpen up and continue to cut. It's definitely, this is a cutting blade. As it sounds silly, this is a knife. All knife blades should be, you know, should emphasize cutting. Some do it better than others, and this is one that's going to do it really, really well. Moving back here, we've got the two screws. There's a little place for a lanyard if you really have to have a lanyard on your knife. There you go, it's there. Great way to do that. Just a bar, right? And then it's out of the way for the other 99.9% of people who don't care. The pocket clip is one of the only things that I don't like about this knife, and honestly, it's not just this knife, it's CIVIVI knives in general. This is a monstrous gooseneck, and the more that I see it, the more negative I'm going to be about it. It reminds me of the Maleficent dragon. The head of that dragon is so pronounced and angry and fierce, right? Now, why would that matter if I'm not going to grip it like this? I don't know. But in circumstances where you do grip it like that, you're going to feel that. That's way... CIVIVI needs they need a less pronounced swoop at the end. Just a less intense clip. Everything else is pretty good. I would have preferred that they countersunk the entire clip into the liner, right? They didn't give you an option on this side anyway, so you might as well just push it all the way in there. But they didn't. It's fine. It's not wiggling around. But this area right here, I want it like 60% of that gooseneck and not the bill at the end. And honestly, on a knife this short, maybe a little bit shorter. The bug out clip, for example, look at that. Perfect. And to give you an idea of how pronounced I'd like it to be, that right there, it's lifted just up enough off the frame, right? Why do we need it to be like, whoa? You know, we don't need that. Six Flags or Oceans of Fun water slide pocket clip. I'm being really... This is not for this knife. It's just they use the same clip. It seems like CIVIVI uses the same clip on most of their knives. I just really like to see, and truthfully, it's not a bad clip. It's not killing anybody, right? I mean, it's fine. It's just, truthfully, this is all the more it is. No, that's annoying. Oh yeah, they're using that same clip. That's all the more it is. But the more I see it, the more annoyed I am. You're right. The pocket clip sometimes holds a knife back from being, wow, it's perfect, to, it's almost perfect. That's kind of how I feel about it. But okay, it's not a deal breaker. You have the adjustment side of the pivot over here. Knife is locking up at, I don't know, what is that? 30% maybe? No blade play, up, down, left, and right. That's what I expect from CIVIVI. It's even more impressive considering how thin this knife is. We do have an internal stop pin that follows the blade. Braces on either side of the liner, so that's a nice way to do that. And the blade is absolutely perfectly centered, so that's fantastic. No detent lash, right? Nice and clicky, real smooth. This is nice. Nice knife. More of what I expect from CIVIVI, right? My biggest issue with this knife is the pocket clip is just like, well, just put the same clip on there, right? Everything else, I mean, this is either a simple EDC for somebody who just doesn't want to carry around something huge, or a formal occasion knife where they don't want something that is massively in your face. If they do have to get it out, they can make a quick cut and put it away without having to make a huge fuss about it. But it's got some fancy details for the end user to enjoy and not necessarily to shove in everybody else's face. So this is good. What's the price on it? 80 bucks. Where's this knife made? It's made in China. It's not made in the United States. Do with that information what you will. 80 bucks for the carbon fiber, the steel liners, the bearings, the Nitro V, right? And the really good quality all the way around. For what this knife was designed to be, I think they hit it right on the head. But then again, it's not a whole lot different from any other CIVIVI I've ever handled, right? It's just another not risky design that's really good. So it's like, it's silly to be like, yeah, I recommend this knife, but it's another knife in CIVIVI's line that I'm like, yeah, go ahead. It's not a bad value at all. I think it's right there where it should be. I'd really like to see CIVIVI take some more risks. I think that it would be a good idea. This is cool and I like it, and I think plenty of people are going to find that this knife has a place in their life, whether it's something you want to collect, something you want to put in your rotation with other knives, or something that you just want to have and you don't want to have any other knife and this is just your only pocket knife. It'll work. But again, CIVIVI makes a bajillion knives that will work for that exact same purpose. I'd really like to see more risky stuff. They did that one that was the reverse tanto. Well, I'm sorry, the reverse recurve tanto or the compound tanto that was a little thicker blade. And that's like one of, as far as like the times they ventured outside of their comfort zone, that was about it, you know, and it wasn't that much of a venture. So I like this and I recommend it. It's not quite a budget knife at 80 bucks. 75 or less on this channel is a budget knife. So this will go on my most recommended knives playlist because it's a recommendable knife. I can't dance around that. I'm not going to over critique it. I just, I liked this one just enough to want to review it, but I want to keep reviewing CIVIVI knives because they do such a great job in this price range. And they're recommendable, but I want there to be more crazy elements, right? Even if the elements don't always make sense for everybody, it's fun to venture outside of the box a little bit, and as a reviewer, elements that don't always make sense are sometimes things that I have fun with and appreciate, and I know that a lot of the people watching my channel right now and a lot of knife enthusiasts understand exactly what I'm talking about. So, very good. Hoping to see different things from the future in CIVIVI, with CIVIVI. that's going to be pretty much it today, guys. Thanks so much to we/CIVIVI for sending this in for review. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.